I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Like our perspective.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Lockhart Perspective. I just want to say this is what I will be beating the flies that have come through the door all day with. I do not have a storm door, and there are lots of flies out there. So you will be seeing this because technically I never asked them for those papers. They just stuffed my mailbox with them. Having said that, we got some pretty decent news today. And I say decent because it's juicy. There's several little stories. And we're not going to hang out in any one particular story for a long period of time. We are going to read, touch, dab, move over to the next one, move over to the next one. And then, of course, I'll give my commentary along the way. I think you guys all know the drill. And it's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see who we have. Looks like it says, Steve Willis. Hello. How are you? And then we have Sarah Brown. Look at your beautiful face. Thank you, precious. And then Angela Reed. Hello, Wake Up Call Gaming, better known as Gerald. Good to see you. That's what those papers were created for. Yes, Millie. You got to wrap them up. Put a little extra batting on the inside, and then you batter up, right? I mean, I need a storm door is really what I need. Actually, I need another place to live, but I need a storm door. Because if I had a storm door, then I don't know, would they still fly in? You know, I think when people are going in and out, the grandkids come home from school, a couple of flies come in when the other grandson is walking in and the other one is waiting to come in. However it works, they end up in the house. So there's that. And let's see. Oh, why, thank you, big brother Steve. Thank you. Have you guys been keeping up with any of the news today? Am I the only one that finds it a bit odd that I hadn't been keeping up over the past few days? And then when I finally do get up out of my recovery point and coming to the news, I'm amazed at some of the stuff that's gone on. I just don't understand it. Oftentimes, I wonder if I'm still in the same country. Yeah, I do. I wonder that. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Let me get a little closer. All right. Now, you guys can hear me good or not. Let's see. It's a little better there. Got the gain up a little, just a touch. So I just feel like oftentimes when I leave or if I'm, resting or whatever, and then I come back, I'm finding that the news is a bit bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. So we're just going to get right into some of these stories today. I'm not going to start at any one specific, but we're just going to randomly start it up. Let's see. Not so much, girl, just UFO. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, wake up call. I know a lot about that topic. just a little afraid to talk about it here amongst these folks because I don't think a lot of people really get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I hope they get it, but I don't think they do all the time. Here's one thing that I'll say about the story, about that topic that you just mentioned here. Let's see. I'll put it right here on the screen for everybody. For what our brother just mentioned, Wake Up Call Gaming. He mentioned this right here. Yeah, okay. So you guys know that I feel like they're going to be using that particular topic to make a lot of people become they're going to mislead a lot of people with that topic. I really do. And I think it's going to be a lot of people that are in the body of believers. And so that can be a bit worrisome when you consider that many of us can be persuaded to believe things that are not right or not real. And I think that they're going to use that topic specifically to maybe promulgate this rapture of an idea. And if you really do study the word, you will find what most of us know, that that word or that term is not even in the Bible, first of all. And then second of all, those that are caught away, as we all just got through looking at when we did the story on the feast days, is that those who are bundled up all together are usually going to be the tare. And the tare is what you, even in your farmland, would burn off, right? So when you consider that they'll use that, it's sort of shaky to figure out exactly what. And one other thing I want to go into before we go into the news stories today. The one thing that I want to say was, we were talking the other day, by we, I mean, my brother Ronnie and I, and then I believe one of my big brother, Steve, we were chatting and we were talking about different topics and things of that nature. But once we got off the phone, Ronnie and I began to talk. I was a little distracted by that kid up there. I don't know what they're doing to him, but I really think he wants them to stop. I don't know. It's just a guess. Another thing is I think that a lot of people are really not focusing on that scripture that says, because of fear, men's hearts will fail them for fear. Have you noticed any of the stories that talk about some of these major heart issues that take people this way, right? They take people this way just recently. And so what is going on with that? People are afraid. They're afraid that they need to take something in their bodies and that what they take in their body is going to heal them. But in other words, what happens is they go this way. And it's usually their hearts that you guys are hearing about, where people are having massive these. Okay. All right. Think about that scripture and then correlate it with there. Why would you take this thing? Oh, because I'm afraid I'm going to get this, or I'm afraid I won't be able to go here, or I'm afraid I won't be able to go there. And I'll just cut to the chase and I'll just go and do this, so I don't have to worry about it. Their fear caused them what ended up happening. So I just wanted to put that there. I just thought about it the other day, but I mean, I've said it before, but I think it just came to poof when we saw a story or we talked about somebody else who had it. Let's see, before we get into these stories, let's see what we got going on over here in the chat. Okay. Might be a big troll. Rose Hudson says Rand Paul receiving. Oh, I can believe it. I can believe it. But you know what, Rose? He's a doctor too. And I think that not only, I think with him being a physician, I think somebody got ticked off. And here's another thing that I just said recently. I honestly think that they have no more use of these two particular cats. One that's helping to fund it, and the other one that's helping to make some money off of it and to promulgate it. And these two individuals are probably going to be exposed so that they could continue on with the rest of their work, because they don't mind letting certain ones of them go in order to finish their work. If they get you distracted enough, especially when it's big cats, right? If it's big cats, oh yeah, they're gonna use that to their advantage, which is exactly what I believe is going on. Yeah. So yes, ma'am. Sarah Brown, I get it. Absolutely thinking the same thing. Yeah. So we really better be careful, because, I think they're going to also use that scripture, Sarah, that says to look up or your redemption draweth nigh. And you're going to be thinking, oh, well, here it comes. They're going to come and take us. No, sir. No. And the funny thing is if you remember a while ago, there was a cult that believed that there was a literal ship that was coming to literally take them. And I think that information was allowed to be seen widespread for two reasons. For the original reason that they had, and then the second was that our Father took advantage of that to let you know this ain't him. Aha. Aha. Shem Sham Bamalam. Good afternoon and blessings from Canada. Our nation is in such a deep leap thanks to, don't you think that he is really, if you look at him, there was that little story a while back that he was really the son of the man that was from Cuba. He does look like him, doesn't he? A whole lot more than his real father. I don't know. I know that his mom was spending a lot of time with him, but maybe, I don't know, just maybe, because okay, so let's say, for example, she just didn't really like him much. And so all of a sudden her kid came out looking like him. I don't think so. They ain't that much unliking in the world. Homegirl, that's his baby. All right, let's see. Yes, Mars, one of my favorite color combinations. Let's see. Hello, fellow nobodies. Coral and Seafoam are working on my favorite host. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. That's why many will take it. And that's exactly right. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay. That's war right here. It's a song. I liked it back in the day and it worked. Well, it worked for me. I found it humorous. All right. Mars Fool's Gold says the greatest show on earth. Yes, it is. Heaven's Gate. That's who it was, Sarah Brown. Absolutely it was. Yes, it was. Maybe, just maybe. And let's see, for fear. Yes, that's what it says. War thought that was good. See, there's two chucklers, me and War. We chuckled together on that one. Okay, say it again. That's right. Say it again. War. Anyway, I thought it felt good at the time. Angela Reed. All right, so here's the story. We're going to get right into some of the stories. I'm going to start right here at home. And it's actually at home. And it's also a couple of other states that have all sort of agreed to, what's up. And so let's see. There he is, handsome fellow. Oh, I'm sorry. There she is. Handsome lady. Okay, so the Alabama governor, Kay Ivey, signs the bill into law to ban the vaccine passports on May the 24th. Now, let's see. It's the Iowa and the Alabama governors all in concert. They all got together, and I guess in each state, they just decided they'd go ahead and sign their own independent bills. So Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Alabama Governor Kay Ivey have signed bills into law, joining other states that prohibit the COVID-19 vaccine passports at the state level. Ivey signed Senate Bill 267 into law on May 24th, while Reynolds signed the House Bill 889 into law on May 20th. Let me see if you guys can. I've got to make sure y'all can still hear me because you know how this thing be tripping. I'll be up here reading and you guys be like, where is she? What happened to her? She's in the abyss. I know she is. Clear. Let's go get her. All right. So on May the 20th, quote, since the development of the COVID-19 vaccine, both Dr. Harris, the state health officer, and I said that we would not mandate vaccines in the state of Alabama. I am supportive of a voluntary vaccine. And by signing this bill into law, I am only further solidifying that conviction, Ivey said in a statement. Reynolds said that she strongly opposes the vaccine passports last month and that she would like to take legislative or executive action. Okay. All right. The two laws are similar. Both prohibit the state agencies from issuing identifications that show personal vaccine records and further state that no business or government entity should require proof of the vaccination to provide admission or service. The Iowa version specifically targets the COVID-19 related vaccine passports, while the Alabama versions seems not to be limited to COVID-19, only stating immunizations and vaccines. Very smart. Very, very smart. Okay. Let's look at that topic right in here, right there. You see that? Very, very smart. Why? It's a blanket statement. And you and I do not agree that these are, candy bars. They're not, but because they put themselves in that lane, now it lumps everything all together, which is very, very smart. Very smart, because I believe that if you do it opposite of this, it could be challenged. There's always going to be some quackpot out there that wants to challenge it, right? I mean, honestly, there could be always somebody who decides, I don't like that, and I think we want to make it the other way. And so because of that, we're going to change it. We're going to challenge it because we want to push our narrative to get that through. Right? That's what I think. And so I think it's a darn good thing that they in Alabama decided to use this particular verbiage. That's a good thing. Smart. Okay. All right. So Iowa further requires that grants of contracts funded by the state revenue shall be awarded or renewed with respect to a business or governmental entity that violates the law. The Alabama version does not provide any punishment or that mechanism. Well, they really don't have to because of the way that it's written, right? Yeah, it's because of the way that it's written that they would not require to. So it says that states have taken two paths to counter vaccine passports, either through their executive orders or their legislation. I think the legislation will probably be a little harder to overturn. The executive order, I think that's going to be a little easier to overturn. But anyway, governors from Texas, Idaho, Arizona, South Dakota, Montana, South Carolina, and Wyoming have issued executive orders to ban the COVID-19 vaccine passports, while Utah, Arkansas, and North Dakota have passed bills into law to deal with the issue. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis first issued an executive order in early April, and then he signed the bill into law in May to ban them altogether. So he banished them to the catacombs. And here's a look at some of them. Can you imagine? Now, let's take a look at another story that goes along with this one. I think it's absolutely comical. Here it is right here. Let me piece this together and bring that with you guys over here. I'll go here. Look at this. Wait until you see it. All right, now. Oh, do I want this one? I don't think so. I don't want this one yet. Let's see. I want this one. This is the one I want right now. Let me copy it and stick it over here. That one we're coming to. I just sort of want to build up the suspense. Okay, so here's this idiot. You see this guy right here. Frankenstein's baby brother. Oh, heck, it's just Frankenstein. All right, so here we are. Things are getting a little bit amazing. So, Cuomo vaccine needed for travel from New York to other states. Let that sink in. Again, some of this may be stuff that you guys already know about because you guys have been up and about. I haven't. I've had to rest over the past week. However, considering the fact that you guys may have already known about this, what do you think? And also, one of these stories comes from the mailbag. So let me go back over here because I think it might be this one. And it doesn't really matter because, well, I just need a reason. That's all. Whoo! I just love it. This, I believe, came from the mailbag. I'm almost sure this one did. And if it didn't, that's okay, because I know that one of these did. But I didn't get permission to share it, so it really wouldn't matter anyway. The story that I pulled from the mailbag, I didn't get permission. So it doesn't matter which one of these it is. Thank you for sending things to the mailbag, all of you corporately. I love it. All right, so let's get right into this because this to me is sort of quirky, but it's this guy, right? So he says that there is a vaccine that will be needed to travel from New York to other states as if they own you. That is ownership. That's like, okay, so you don't own your children, but you're responsible. They're lent to you from the Lord, right? So they need your permission to go somewhere. This is ownership. Yeah, because you had to have your papers to travel even when you was a slave. And when you got your freedom, they would give you your freedom papers. But see, these are like unfreedom papers because once I get this fly that's flying around this house, it ain't going to be free. Massa done got me. All right. So it says that Governor Cuomo dropped a major bombshell while trying to travel across the United States. On Thursday, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced 7 new pop-up vaccination sites at the airport in New York City, White Plains, Albany, Syracuse, and Rochester, and Buffalo. Okay. Hope you guys can see this. And I hope that I'm still live with the sound. Okay, sorry I have to keep checking it, but hey, you know what I'm saying. All right, so here it is. I guess this is the story right here, but I don't want to see the ad. So while the ad is running, we'll just go ahead and read. It says the sites will be open for walk-in vaccinations and on a first come first serve basis, utilizing the single dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Is this it? No, I don't even care about that. It says we are getting creative once more by bringing the vaccine to our airports. Cuomo said this vaccine is the best weapon that we have to defeat the COVID. And we will go anywhere we need to get more shots into people's arms. And if you're traveling through or working at one of these airports or just happen to be passing through, you will still need to get vaccinated. If you just passing through. So basically, there is no more I love New York. Not when you consider how many people over in the entire populace that are going to have this. So your tourism is now completely done. You thought they did something to it last year. It's done. It's dealt with. It's handled. It's over. Kaput. Finito. And all the other things that you could think that go along with being done. So if you have traveled through, he says, or working at one of the airports or just happen to be passing through and you still need to get vaccinated, I encourage you to make time to get your shot so we can finally defeat the virus, end quote. The sites will be open from yesterday, Monday, the 24th through the 28th. While promoting the pop-up vaccination sites at the airports, Cuomo dropped a major bombshell. He believes states across the country and countries will require you to prove that you've been vaccinated to enter. Quote, make sure that wherever you're going, you are vaccinated. And that vaccination is going to be required by more and more countries and states to allow access to visitors. You watch, Cuomo said. So it's another reason to get it done. Cuomo also believes that more businesses across New York will require you to prove that it's been done. They ain't saying nothing that we didn't already know. All of y'all smart. Every single one of you all is smart. Y'all knew this was coming. Everybody, y'all, I know this chat, the co-laborers on this channel, they knew it was coming. I don't know about anywhere else or anybody else's channel, but the co-laborers that I hang out with all knew this was coming. So we're just really just, sharpening our arrows in our quiver. We're sharpening our points. That's it. Because we knew all along. We just sharpening. That's it. We got a little flint in our hand and we're sharpening. That's it. And so Cuomo also believes that more businesses will require the vaccinations to enter. And if you're vaccinated, there are more opportunities for you. And you should not buy. You're going to see the venues opening with vaccinated and unvaccinated sections, and you're going to have more of a chance to participate in activities and resume life if you're vaccinated. You won't be able to sell. You won't be able to trade. If you're going to a bar, you're going to a restaurant, you have your vaccine, you can take off your mask and you can get you can go to the bowl game. You have a better chance of getting it because you're vaccinated, getting in because you're vaccinated. So there are practical reasons in life, Cuomo added. You won't be able to buy. Hello, I'm live, sweetie. You won't be able to buy. You won't be able to sell. You won't be able to trade. You won't be able to eat or get no groceries. So now for those who think it ain't that, this is that, right? Well, I guess maybe they'll have to have a few more things to convince them that this is that. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds like, to me, that's possibly where we're headed. But we already know we there, right? Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. We understand. All right, so that's that story. That goes into a whole lot more mishmash and a whole lot more conversation and questions. But the truth about the matter is the stories get even more odd than that. Yeah, they do. They get more odd than that. Let's see what we got going on over here in the comments. All right, let's see. Music. Yes. 5 by 5. All right. All right. Thumbs up. Hello, hello, Proverb Nation. How are you? It's so good to see you. Hearing you well, thanks. I'm so glad you are. Loud and clear, very good. I love it. I love it. I love it. The engineers in the group. Okay, War, yes. Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. Very much so. Very much so. Okay, also they are, yep. Yes, they are, War, with what's on the screen there. Yes. Wow. But you know what? It's all good. Hello, Marty Lauderdale. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Yes, and you guys are doing your thing, loving on each other and saying hello. They sure can keep it, War. They sure can keep it. Yes. Mars Fool's Gold, what's on the screen? Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, it is Revelations 13 and 17 as well, but definitely 13. Most assuredly it is. So we got a little bit more. We got a lot more news to get into. So let me just hurry it on up and quit playing. I got to quit playing. All right, so we looked at that one, but here's another one. Tell me what you think about this. I think this is the one that was sent in the news bag. Had to do it. All right, so let's get down with this. So do you guys see what that says? Can you see that? No, because I got to share it right there. You see that? Jabometer. Jabometer. That's what it says. Millions of Brits have been unwittingly tracked by their mobile phones after getting the COVID-19 jab. It's reported. Health chiefs wanted the data to see if vaccinated people are moving about more after they have had their inoculations. Okay. Now, a government scientist admitted it in an official report that 1 in 10 jabbed Brits were tracked via their phones in February without their knowledge, the Telegraph reports. As it comes as Boris Johnson's ex-senior aide, Dominic Cummings, blames the incompetent leadership of lockdowns and confusion. England hits 50 million COVID vaccine milestones as 2,694 more daily cases and deaths are recorded. Now, these things are all left down below inside of the description box. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. The figures were then handed to research at Oxford University, who carried out studies for the Scientific Pandemic Influenza Group on Behaviors, the SP1B, or the SPIB. The committee advised SAGE. All right. Now, this is what was advised. Academics at Oxford used cell phone mobility data for 10% of the British population to track what number of jab people were doing, what they were doing. The groups were tracked by their location every day as scientists monitored what they were up to and where they were going. I wonder if they could track a person all the way to the graveyard. What? It's just a question. They could follow him everywhere. Why not? Because, I mean, some of them had to get it and then go there. You never know. They could have been going for somebody else. All right. So anyway, it says they want to know where they were going, and they discovered vaccinated people were likely to move around more afterwards, although only 218 meters by 218 meters. Campaigners battling the state surveillance say that Brits will be disturbed to discover they were unwittingly tracked and subjected to behavioral analysis via their phones. Silky Carlo, what a name. Silky Carlo, a spokesperson for Big Brother Watch, told the publication, no one expects that by going to get your vaccine, that you're going to be tracked and monitored by their government. This is deeply chilling and could extremely damage the public trust in medical confidentiality. There is no more trust in that. Ain't no more trust in that. Ain't no more trust in it. Got some pictures here. But this one is most chilling, right? Wow. The Jab-O-Meter. That's their Jab-O-Meter. Look at that. Excuse me. Doesn't it remind you of one of the church things? You know, we got the building fund. We got this much. This is where we supposed to be going. So passing them, they get the building fund money. Building fund money. God, we really want to get up here. But down here where we are right now for the pastor's aid. Yeah. All right. So that's that one. Let's go back to New York, because that's one of the things that I forgot to do. Forgot to go back over to New York because there's some foolishness going on there. And that, of course, is going on that we just got to seeing in the UK. Yeah. So let's get over here to New York again. So much stuff going on there. I think we could really just stay in this state all day long. And if you were a comedian, you'd have a bunch of brand new material. This story, I'm sure you guys have all heard, because this was on the 21st. So if you get the vaccine in New York, you could win $5 million worth of Vax and Scratch program with the Vax and Scratch program. The Vax and Scratch program. I mean, they have to come up with these wonderful names to just keep you like enthralled. Would you ever be involved with something that did not have a catchy name? I mean, come on, you guys. Come on, snap out of it. Get the lead out. If you get the COVID-19 vaccine in New York, you could win $5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, $5 million worth of Vax and Scratch program. Governor Andrew Cuomo is paying people to get vaccinated with the free New York State Lottery scratch-off tickets. Anyone 18 years or older who gets the vaccine will be given a lottery ticket that has a grand prize of $5 million. The tickets will be available at 10 vaccination sites across the state, including the Central New York and the Mohawk Valley, from the 24th through the 28th, which are the dates that they gave us earlier. Quote, "We know vaccinations are a vital piece of the puzzle, and we need to crush the COVID once and for all," Cuomo says. Now, we're doing everything that we can to get it, to make it go by quicker, and so that you can get it easily as possible. But as the vaccination rates slow across the state, we're going to have to get creative to put even more shots in the arms. And this is one of those things. So if you're in the New York area, let us know about this. How did it work? How's it going? Started yesterday. Are they having any great success? So it says that the tickets will be handed out to anyone who takes their jab or their first dose of Pfizer or the single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine at one of the sites. So isn't that awesome? Didn't Governor Cuomo do something really good? It's a good thing he did it, right? It's a really good thing he did it, right? Yeah, it's exceptional. Thank goodness that that Governor Cuomo thought this thing out. He's giving you a chance to become a millionaire. Why won't you guys in New York hurry up and get down there? You got the opportunity. You want to be a millionaire? Huh? Listen, you don't have to answer any major questions going on any game shows. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to get your own startup. No, just go get the shot so you can get the opportunity to win. I mean, come on, if you do not play, you cannot win. I mean, right? Yeah, absolutely right. All right, so that's that. Now, let's look at the border. Let's go on to the border. So the U.S.-Canadian border in New York won't open to non-essential travel until at least June the 21st. Let's check it out. It's not going to open. You can hang it up. You want to get over there? You're not. Unless it's essential. And who deems what essential is? Certainly not you. You don't know what's important or good for yourself. How dare you think that you know what's right? Come on. Whoo. All right, the U.S.-Canada border in New York won't open to non-essential travel until at least June 21st. And it says that according to the New York upstate Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, dun, 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 confirmed the extension on the border closure and the closure agreement, which has been extended countless times over the last year. And it was due to expire on the 21st. So they decided to go ahead and usurp it really quickly, cut it off at the pass. Don't let anybody get any wild harebrained ideas that they could actually travel. What do you think you are? Do you really think you're grown? You must think you grown. Who you think you are? You better sit your butt over there on the other side of that doggone border. You ain't going nowhere. What do you think? You think you essential? You ain't essential. Currently, at the time of its publishing, Canada has vaccinated 46.5% of its population with the first dose, and 3.77 have received 2 doses. Meanwhile, the United States has vaccinated 47.19% of its total population with the first dose, and 37.3 have received both shots as far as the U.S. adult population. Now, let's go back up here, right here. We are eager to get back to normal, but we know that before we can get back to normal, cases need to be under control. I'm sweating in this house because I got a pot of soup going and I turned the air conditioner off. And well, in tandem with that little kid upstairs screaming, and in tandem with whoo, I'm burning up. Anyway, we're all eager to get back to normal, but we know that before we get back to normal, the cases need to be under control, and over 75% of the people need to be vaccinated for us to start closing things in Canada. All right. We'll see what framework. Oh, Lord, I'm having a private summer, but it's okay. I'm among friends. We apply to ensure that we're keeping Canadians safe. Child, please, that ain't your job. That is not your job. But when they want to try to make you believe that they're doing something good for everybody, they want to tell you that it's their job and that's why they're doing it. No, it ain't, because if it was, you wouldn't be doing half the stuff you're doing right now today. Anyway, I'm burning up. And when it comes to a private summer, let me tell you, my friends, it ain't nothing private, because y'all all involved now. See, everybody's involved in my private summer. Everybody. Ooh, good night, Irene. All right, I'm okay. Cool as a cucumber now. It comes and it goes in waves. All right, so here's another story that was caught on camera. Now, I know this one for a fact was sent to me from our, let me catch this and put it over there, from our news bag, and I found that it was a bit terrible. But it just goes to show how insane we've gotten. We have gotten completely, we've gone nuts. Let me see who this is. Making sure that it's not somebody saying, hey, check your sound. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Oh, I know what I want to talk about as well. Before I get into this story, because I know that I don't have it up here, but I wanted to say, is it just me or has Jennifer Lopez been passed around like a joint at Woodstock or what? Is she back with Ben Affleck? I saw that this morning. I said, baby, you got to keep some of that under wraps. You can't be spreading that around like macaroni or the flu. You can't. I mean, you know how good macaroni is. You're like, okay, this is great macaroni. Taste this, taste this, taste this. You cannot be spreading that around. But is it me or is girlfriend going back to Ben Affleck? She broke up with this cat last month. Now, I thought they were just going to be on a hiatus and let it go a little bit and then come on back and finish doing what most of them stars do. But child, they're going around. This girl is being passed around. Yep. All right. So anyway, the story that I want to talk about is right here. And let me insert it there. All right. I'm going to have to come off the camera for a moment, y'all. I got to strip. I got to take off the sweater. So hold on, baby. Whoo. What you say, Iron Crane? All macaroni is the same. You know what I'm saying? All macaroni is the same. Here, pull this sweater for grandmother. Just pull my sleeve.
How could you say that, grandmother?
Well, that's what Mr. Iron Crane said, and he's talking about the macaroni that Kraft. Okay, go on out, son. Go on out. Goodbye. Okay, bye. No. Okay. All right. So anyway, yes, that's exactly right. So I just wanted to know if anybody else heard this story. That girlfriend was actually with Ben Affleck again. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. I said, this girl right here, she gets around. She gets around and around. And I don't mean in a good way, baby. I mean, you may have to get some penicillin after talking to this chick. It's really bad. I'm like, what on the planet is going on? Now, listen here. Don't think because you get rich that little STDs and stuff like that, you know, that they become particular. They don't. I mean, it doesn't matter. The richer you are, it doesn't matter. Passing stuff around, passing it all around. Hello, Angela Reed. I want to thank you. I didn't get a chance to see this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. War, it's all about tracking, not your health. I didn't see you, brother. Hey, because I was on the other side reading all of the stuff. My brother, Ronnie. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really, really, really need your help on that, you guys. And if you guys are ever watching it in the replay or something, and you, or maybe, you know, say you've seen it, make those comments, because from what I understand now, the comments, when people make comments, it helps the algorithm push it out there and other people can get our information. And yes, we want them to. Okay, they already using the microneedle vax patch to quantum dot. Oh, I wish I could just keep this phrase right here. You know, they were just talking about a quantum computer yesterday, and I did happen to read that, and I thought to myself, why are they trying to sit up here and fake the funk with us? Why are they trying? We already know this thing is out here talking about, oh, we will. Once we get it up and going, we're going to be able to do more things. Yeah, right. By the time they tell us they're doing it, they already did it. Angela Reed, so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Angela Reed, I appreciate you. Whoop. Good afternoon, Felicia and Trap. What's up? One of our members, Mr. Iron Crane 2003, Marty Lauderdale, one of our members as well. We got a lot of y'all in here today, all of the members. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's see, the devil's sneaky little way. They knew if they came right out and told you what it had in it. You know what? I'm telling you right now, Sarah Brown, that is the truth. Because they know good and well that if they had said anything about it, people wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have used it. If they told half the truth that they should, this stuff would still be sitting on the shelves. If they just told 10% of the truth, this stuff would have still been sitting on the shelf. They will not prevail. The healing wings of Shemesh will fix their new wagon agenda. Gotcha. I had to try to fix that. Thank you so very much, Proverb Nation. Please like, share, and subscribe. See, we got some super bad mods in the house today. We got some super bad mods. Yes, he's being so selfless, wasn't he? He was so concerned about everybody. Yes, yes, yes. To what Marty said on the screen right there. Marty said it. Marty said it. Okay, going to catch. Let me see. Can we catch on up? Let me see. Can we catch up? Get everybody caught up so we can get into this. Because I want to tell you right now that the next story that we're going to read is amazing. Yes, it's amazing. Yep, they're an item again. I just can't believe it, Proverb Nation. Craft, LOL. Oh, Jenny from the block, okay? No, I mean, all macaroni, regardless of sauce style, slices, flavor, excess, or absence of cheese, is the same. It's a scientific fact. Oh, my God. You ain't lying, Iron Crane. It is all the same. And that's the reason why I wonder why men cheat, because it's all the same. It don't matter what it looked like from the other house. Whether or not it's in your house or another house, men should not cheat, because just what he just said, that all macaroni is the same. All right, you guys, let's get into this next story. All right. So now this next story that we see on the screen right now is caught on camera. Bus driver slaps a student over a mass dispute in Colorado. Now, I know that you guys have seen this because this is days ago. But again, remember, we have not talked about this. It says that this video may be disturbing to viewers. Well, the incident started over an argument about a face mask and was caught on camera. The bus driver was charged with misdemeanors, including harassment, assault, causing injury to a child, and child abuse. The 10-year-old student at Fremont Elementary School says that her bus driver hit her because she took her mask off below her nose. The baby had enough sense to realize, if I don't move this thing off my face, I'm going to drop dead. Somewhat like I just had to do with taking myself off the screen and releasing myself of the cardigan, of which I love and I treasure. I treasure all my cardigans. You guys know this about me. If you want to know how to get to my heart, you get me a cardigan, or you can maybe get me, a gift card to Cardigans R Us. But either way it goes, you guys know that I treasure them. So this kid had enough sense to know if I don't get out of this, I'm not going to be able to breathe. Hence the cardigan story. I was trying to balance it together, make it all make sense. Anyway, she put it below her nose, and the video from about a month ago shows the bus driver push the mask back up on the girl's face. Then the two have a back and forth. They have a little tete-a-tete, and the bus driver apparently hits her in the face. You won't, I will. You won't, I will. You better not. You better not. I better not. No, you better not. He literally had a discussion with a 10-year-old. Records showed that the school district took immediate action by placing the bus driver on paid administrative leave. Not you fired, fool, but we're going to pay you while we look into it. So following their investigation, they were working to terminate him. According to the documents, the bus driver resigned before the district could fire him. He was like, you know what? I got to go. I could just imagine him now. Look here, Mildred. We're gonna have to ride dirty. We're gonna be riding dirty for a minute, Mildred, because we're gonna have to get out of here, and we don't want nobody to know where we is. We're gonna be riding dirty though. We got to go. Let's go. Get whatever you can put in the trunk and let's roll, Mildred. Oh, damn! Again, we gotta do this again. Tell me, you didn't hit a teacher this time. No, it was a kid. Oh, darn it. She's ready to roll. So the bus driver, in his own words on the incident report, said that he went back into the back of the bus where the two girls were arguing about not wearing a mask. And then he tried to explain, and she just wouldn't listen, yelling at the two girls, yelling at me and the other two girls. He went on to say that out of a reaction, I slapped her once. Snap out of it. Wake up, woman. Wake up, you 10-year-old child. Wake up, 10-year-old woman. Wake up. Have you lost your mind, fool? Have you lost your mind? Do you know that this is going to save you? So I've got to beat some sense into you to make you put this on your face. Don't you dare put it back below your nose again to grasp anything that closely resembles oxygen. The first incident was in August, where he grabbed a student by the arm after an argument about wearing a facial mask or a facial covering. The district said that he was given a verbal warning then. You know, that's the problem. That kid probably didn't have no daddy. Let me tell you why. Probably didn't have a daddy or a pawpaw. Because that right there, with the pawpaw my grandkids got, that wouldn't have made it. Because, see, he wouldn't have made it to tell this story for last month. That thing would have been done back when the first situation happened. Yeah, it would have been over. OVA, not OVER. OVA. Yeah, it would have been OVA. Put your hands on one of my grandkids, and Papa, especially in this case, because it was a man, would have a nice conversation with you, have a very stern counseling. They said that we are very saddened by the incident. That's what it says, that they were saddened by the incident. Okay? All right. All right. So that's that one. What do you guys think about that one? I don't get it. I mean, really? You put your hand on somebody's child. Well, now let's take another look at something else here. Some other information here that I find very unique, but not so much, unless, of course, you had some stock in Twitter. And, you know, sometimes you want to follow the trend of the famous people who may get a little bit of information. And even though they're not supposed to, you know, Martha Stewart things, they do. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation sold all of its shares of Apple and Twitter right before the billionaire couple announced their divorce. Handsome couple. Handsome woman. Handsome couple. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation sold all of its shares. Early in May, Bill and Melinda Gates announced the plans to divorce, and the foundation trusts sold the shares for hundreds of millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. It's a pretty busy story, but there's a few bullet points, so let's just bullet point through them. Weeks before Bill and Melinda Gates announced their divorce in early May, the foundation bearing their names sold off hundreds of millions of dollars worth of stock in Apple and Twitter. Securities and Exchange Commission filings from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, first reported by Barron's on Sunday, revealed that the foundation's trust had sold its entire stakes in Apple and Twitter as of the end of March. Since the divorce announcement, about $4 billion in stock has been transferred from Bill to Melinda, and Bill is one of the world's richest men or richest people, with a net worth estimated at about $146 billion. Bill and Melinda reportedly do not have a prenuptial agreement and are relying on a separation contract to divide their assets. A prenuptial agreement establishes a contractual agreement in the event of a divorce, but a separation contract is less formal. It's a legal agreement that stipulates that each party has specific rights and obligations, like child support, custody, and that does not involve the court. So it doesn't involve the court. So that's that one. Nah, what do you know? That's a, what do you think about that? I mean, did you guys get that tip and run out and get you guys some stuff? Did you sell off your stuff if you had any? Did you sell it off? Or, I mean, what did they do in exchange? And if you knew what they did in exchange, did you do that? All right, bedtime. Take care, Felicia and chat. Y'all be safe, be strong. Thank you for stopping in once you got off work, Iron Crane. Rest well. Okay. I mean, what do you think about that? And what do you think about the beating, the brutal beating? Isn't that amazing? About the man with the kids. That's a mess. Yeah. He would have gotten slapped back, at the very least, if I was a parent. That's right. Oxygen bad. Oxygen bad. Got to get to oxygen release valve. I don't want to breathe anymore, Jim. Okay, it says, oh, this story is fuming me. My son has never had a muzzle on his face, and God help anyone who might try it. Exactly. They're saddened it went public. They're saddened. And to go along with that, Angela Reese says that it's all a distraction, baby. It's all a distraction. It ain't nothing but a distraction with Mr. Bill and Melinda. It says this, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And who will with unveiled faces all reflect the glory, the Lord's glory. 2 Corinthians 3:17 through 18. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, and we who with unveiled faces all reflect the Lord's glory. 2 Corinthians 3:17, 18. You better give out that word, Sarah. You better pass it out, sister. Yes, yes, yes. We've got a couple of stories before we break. We're coming up on 52 minutes and 32 seconds of sharing. Okay, I think I can put on my sweater now because yikes, my cardigan. Even if I wear like the lightweight cardigans like these are, I noticed that if it's a private summer, that you're still going to, or at least I will, still have a couple of issues. Well, my skin will start glistening, and it'll start off real pretty like a glisten, right? And you'll be thinking, wow, she's got a healthy high pro glow. That's what you'll be thinking. And then all of a sudden, that glisten turns into something else. Let's see. Let me tell you what it turns into. Turns into full-on sweat, sister. We're talking the hydro, just hydrogen, not hydrogen, hydro. H2O. It's like an H2O factory. There you go. H2O factory. Got a couple more stories here before we separate here. Let's just check it out, shall we? This one was a Gaza-based journalist at Hamas. We want to see that. Let's copy it, stick it over here, and paste it over there. There we go. All right. Now let's take a look at this. Gaza-based journalist and Hamas chat was blocked from WhatsApp. The reason why I'm showing this is because they claim that WhatsApp chat is encrypted from end to end, but they blocked it. Gaza City off the Gaza Strip, a few hours after the latest ceasefire took effect in the Gaza Strip, a number of Palestinian journalists in the coastal enclave found that they were blocked from accessing WhatsApp Messenger, a critical tool used to communicate with sources, editors, and the world beyond the blockaded strip. Now that Facebook owns it, I don't think that they should be shocked. I'm not. Anyway, it says the Associated Press reached out to 17 journalists in Gaza who confirmed their WhatsApp accounts had been blocked since Friday. By midday Monday, only 4 journalists, all working for Al Jazeera, confirmed that their accounts had been restored. The incident marks the latest puzzling move concerning WhatsApp owner Facebook Incorporated, that's left Palestinian users with their allies bewildered as to why they've been targeted by the company. I wonder. Or if indeed they'd been singled out for censorship at all. 12 of the journalists contacted by the AP said that they had been a part of a WhatsApp group that disseminates information related to Hamas military operations. Hamas, which rules over Gaza Strip, is viewed as a T organization by Israel and the United States. Well, if those two say it, baby, it's got to be true. Why are people tripping? If those two countries said it, it's got to be true. Y'all know it is. They only tell the truth. They don't lie. United States does not lie, and neither does Israel. Those countries are very, very honest and forthcoming, and they tell the truth. Okay, so according to them, according to those two, all right, now, because of those two, this story is letting us know that basically, be careful because stuff ain't encrypted end to end like they say, all right? And really all the rest of this stuff is just a bunch of flubber. Yap. Yes, Miss Othmar. I don't know what Charlie Brown is doing this weekend. Yes, ma'am. It's all a bunch of dribble. That's all it is. A bunch of dribble. Yeah, just a bunch of dribble. Let's see. We got some more stories coming up here. That's that. I don't even think I want to read the last stories. I don't think I do. Well, this one we just finished. We only have one left. Oh, well, let's go into it because it's right there in the same vein. Yeah, let's go into that. Boy, my grandson's having a hard time upstairs. Actually, the bigger boy should be having a hard time because the little boy gives them what for. He's 3. And when I tell you, that little boy can put a hurting on one of them people. He's a little bit, he's like a little sawed. The kid he looks like a fire hydrant. He's just a little sawed-off kid, a little kid. Okay, so DeSantis signs a bill to stop big tech censorship of Floridians. Go DeSantis. Hey, go DeSantis. Yeah. Until, of course, they elect somebody else that they appoint. But anyway, let's get right into it. Miami, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has decided or has signed into law. Can y'all see that? I hope so. And can you hear me? Got to double check, y'all. Know I do. Okay, so into law, a bill, the first of which of its kind. Okay, somebody's sending me some news right quick here. All right. It better not be about anything kooky. Okay, I'll let that populate, and then when it does, we'll get into it. All right, so from allowing the Floridians to sue the big tech platforms, man, I wish somebody would do that out here. The number of free speech advocates, including Cuban and Venezuelan exile state senators and deplatform influencers, stood behind DeSantis as he made the announcement on the 24th of May. At the Florida International University. Courts may award up to $100,000 in damages to an individual if a social media platform censors or shadow bans a user's content, deplatforms a user, or if it hasn't applied censorship or deplatforming standards in a consistent manner, according to the text of the bill. DeSantis says, quote, "We will be the first state to hold big tech accountable. They are exerting powers that really has no precedence in American history." That's what it says. Good news. What do you think? I think it's good news. I think it's great news, actually. I think it's wonderful. Oh. But why are we surprised? Isn't that supposed to be our constitutional right anyway? You see what I'm saying? It's our constitutional right, and we're hailing him as a hero because he's actually stood up against these cats. And that's the reason why we're happy, right? We're happy because he stood up against them. That's why we're happy. These boys need to get out of here to get the football practice. Hold on, because I'm about to yell. All right, I had to let them know they got 15 minutes to get to practice. But in any case, I digress. Our law says that we have the right to say things as long as we're not harming anyone. But to tell the truth, these folks go off on you. You can't say it's raining anymore in the middle of a rainstorm. You get cussed out and beat up. You do know it's raining, right? You do know that it's raining. I mean, you do realize that it's raining. It ain't raining. Put them up, sister. Yeah, they want to beat you up. Yeah, they do. They want to get at you. Let's see. Before we leave, let's see. Shelly Wang, Harpo. Who is this woman? Whole lot of them is probably the reason for them getting a divorce. But, I think that's just like we just got to say in a few seconds ago, a big distraction. That's what I think. Maybe the Gateses are going down into their bunkers. Yeah, to eat all that delicious food and seeds that they snatched from everybody in that big old seed thing. You remember that thing they had, the big seed, the thing. They were shaped like, you know what I mean. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, Mars Fool's Gold. Marty Lauderdale, when we see the E's go off the radar, the fail-safe bunker plan is on. Yep. Leaf Desi, what's going on? You ain't late. You right on time. You here. Miss Tree. Love you. Marty. Yep. Mars Fool's Gold. War. Okay, let's see here. We also got War says something, then Marty Lauderdale. Hey, girl. You guys are all giving each other your greetings. Hey, you guys are dapping each other up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so my girl Sheena changed the name of her channel from Moms Against Medical Bullying to Moms Against Medical Bullying and Medicaid Apartheid. What a name. I'm so glad them humans left. Listen, I love them, but I'm glad that they play football now because the little one likes to rule the roost. And when you allow all of them to be together, the little one can't rule. So when the big ones attempt to rule, it doesn't work. I'm glad that the big ones are gone. Whew. It can be exhausting. But anyway, let's see. Miss Tree, nice, and Sarah Brown. Bless her. Aw, bless her. Sarah Brown. Leaf Desi. Hi, little man. So now I guess it's me that has to entertain this person. But I did that this morning. I mean, it was just he and I early in the morning. And it was no problem. Early in the morning. You make the kid a couple of boiled eggs. You give him a little bit of oatmeal, a little bitty small cup of juice. He's set. You put Google Colors on TV. He's cool. He has a good time. But then when the big kids come in and they've got their fidget spinners, like the oldest one brought today, he would not let him play it. And let me tell you the reason why he said he would not let him play with the fidget spinner. Now, I know I seem like that grandparent that pulls out that long old thing full of pictures. But y'all have been with me. And so you understand why we're talking about this right now. But the oldest one, the 10-year-old, says to me, well, we can't let him have this fidget spinner. Do you realize how rare these things are? Whoo! I'm glad somebody do, Marty. I'm glad. All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. We've been online for about an hour and 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for dealing with me while I had my private summer. And while we talked about our news, we had to do it. And yeah, So we'll have to come back really soon because we are going to have our members only chat, and then we will have our members only live. But in between time, we're going to have some more juicy stuff. Okay. I am getting addresses that have been coming to us via email. So please, if you don't mind and you want to see what's going to be going on, or you'd like a personal invitation, please don't hesitate to give it to me. Okay. And you know, that's at Felicia at FeliciaLockhart.com. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, I love each and every one of you. And please remember what we always say on this channel, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. You take care of yourselves and one another. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping